All right, everybody. Solo Hunters is getting some traction. That is good. That is really good. This is also why I was making these videos in the beginning from the get-go. If you haven't seen my how-to guide and basic beginner guide, so to speak, go back onto the channel and watch it. I just want to show you a little bit of a few things. You don't necessarily have to follow the route of questing, although I do suggest it, especially in the beginning. But since I started a little later, actually, after when I started playing this game, there was no questing. So this is why I'm a little bit back behind when it comes to all of that. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the powers that I think are quite viable, especially in the beginning. I think the game still needs to drastically work on mastery because leveling it up, I've been leveling for like 3-4 hours as well, and I'm getting like almost no mastery, which is kind of like a little bit concerning. I'm going to show you why in a second, because to get the second skill, you kind of like need to have like 40 levels that you need to level at a stage where that becomes extremely hard. And if you're at a stage at me where you can see that I started a little bit later and I have to do all of the beginner, quests basically that Mr. Hunter Tin is going to give us. I just want to give you a few tips and tricks. I don't know if they were fixed or not. First of all, tip number one that I have for you, up here there's a map. Don't know if you've noticed it or not. It can kind of like go a little bit unnoticed, but if you don't know where the serpent is or any kind of boss in the game, the map has been added, and I think this is so much better having that map. It's so good. It's so good. It will tell you where you need to go in case you might actually get a little bit confused. So here are a few options that I have for you when it comes to some summons that you maybe should watch out for. As of now, I would say light might actually be utility-wise a little bit better than darkness. I got both, but I think light just makes a little bit more sense. I'm gonna show you why in a second. I'm gonna equip darkness as well, and we're gonna talk about that legendary. Oh, we got ourselves a ring here. That's pretty good, but that ring, I don't know if that's actually that good for me yet. I'll check it out in a second. So yeah, if you haven't checked out my basic beginner guide, go back and watch it it's on my channel. But now we're gonna talk a little bit about the map, about a few things that you can find, and some of the questings that are kind of helpful and what are not. So if you don't know how to summon, I'm gonna quickly show you yet. You should be doing your dailies. This is a great way of getting yourself some Gemmaroonies. You should do them every single day. There's also a weekly right down here. I already talked about that as well. Make sure to do it. It's really good and powerful. And once you actually got your summons, I think it's about 3 summons that you can do a day, somewhere along those lines, and there's a few things that are really kind of showing up. I think for a rare, the one that you should be using is lightning. I really enjoy lightning because you can kind of like aim it quite well with your mouse. It kind of reminds you of elemental dungeons as well. So let's go to the runes. In this game, it's actually called runes. And if you have multiple ones, which you will initially actually end up with, you can actually combine those. If you have 3 of those, and you're going to get yourself a shiny one. The shiny version obviously is stronger than just the normal version. So make sure to get that as soon as you possibly can. Now, the good thing about it is that you have Thunderstrike. And Thunderstrike, I'm going to show you why Thunderstrike is really strong. Definitely for the rares, go for it. It will help you for sure. So why is that happening? Now, sometimes the quest tracker is a little bit yada, but overall it is quite reliable. I'm gonna go into the subway here because I still have some sort of a quest going on. I have to catch up, man. Again, you don't have to do it. You can go into random portals, but just for the sake of it, being a beginner, so to speak, this is the best way of doing it. Now, here's the way why I think lightning is strong, and also where it could potentially be a problem. Now, this problem that exists in here has already been there since Elemental Dungeons. I don't think it's an engine problem that they have built. I think it's a Roblox scaling problem, but I'll show you anyways. So once you go in here, and I would like go, for example, like let's get this one away. You see like over there, oh, there's some enemies, and you want to use it, and you use it right now, and it actually takes still the invisible walls and stuff like that while they can actually get to you. And this will happen quite often. So my tip for you is try to keep your mouse as close to your character as you possibly can, and once you use it then, well, that was a terrible one as well. Once you use it then it makes a little bit more sense. So let's use those guys here. You can see the good thing, like if you are like really aiming it quite well from the far, I mean, you can still technically hit those guys, but you will have these moments where your camera kind of like bugs out sometimes, and you use it and suddenly you cast it up here. This was the same problem that Elemental Dungeons already had. Now, I think it's a Roblox thing. I don't think it necessarily comes from from these guys, but just the immense power of Thunderstrike is so extremely good because of the range. It's just kind of like really nice. And also, may I add, the circular, the AoE damage of it is quite big too. So even if you miss a little bit, you still get quite a big chunk of people that you can get. Now, another tip that I have for you is called kiting. At least I'm going to call it kiting, which means you grab a hold of quite a few mobs and you keep like kiting between them so they kind of like get together, as you can see, like that, into a circular motion, into a circular position, and then you can like hit them, and that's usually better. Now, if you are doing this on mobile, it will take some time to get it, but even back in the day, some of the best mobile players that I've met in these specific type of games, I mean, I think you will be able to do it as well. I think you might actually have the same issue on mobile as you have on computer, especially with this framing that you got going on here. Now, for the boss, pretty simple. I mean, let's see if we can like damage him like that. We can. This is why I also think lightning is strong. You don't even have to engage in a battle. I did tell Molt about this. They haven't done anything about it yet, so you can literally, no shizzle my nizzle, stand here and do nothing. You can even go into red portals, and there's a nice place where you can actually stand, which is right above here. You have to wait, because if you're not in range, he keeps doing that circular motion constantly over and over again. So you can literally just stand here and do that. Well, maybe right now it doesn't work with lightning, maybe. The position before was a little bit better, so let's go and try that. Yeah, there we go. And you can just use that, and that's why I think lightning is extremely strong, especially against the serpent. Now, if you go a little bit further up in the rankings here, and you start doing, for example, the second map that you will be kind of unlocking with your power, then I think you should go for something like light, because light also has a very nice move, and the good thing about light is the range is kind of insane on it as well. And instead of coming from top to the bottom, you kind of like shoot it towards you, which I think is quite good. And if you actually level that thing up as well, you will see very quickly that the damage is quite significant as well. So this the damage actually rises with it as well. Now, here's the problem that I have with light, and all of the ones in here as well. You can see at a later stage that where I am in right now, like level 50 or something with the mastery. I don't even know. Wait, what level is this? I can't tell you right now. It's like 59. This is where you will notice that it drastically becomes slow, so you have to go for really high dungeons. I'm going to show you a region in a second where you can do that. But right now, getting from that 15 to that 40, these are 40 MP points. These are 40 points. I have done 19 points in like 2-3 hours, so it's going to take a hell of a lot of time for you to do that. I did tell Molt that they should definitely lower the 40 down to like 15 or something, especially for the second skill. If it's like the fourth skill, the last skill becoming extremely powerful, that's fine, but it shouldn't take this long. So I think light is quite good here as well. You can see I still have that capping sometimes, this frame missing thingy, but the thing is that you don't know about light is that the range is much bigger than you can see when you actually shoot it out. So that is actually quite significant. Oh, look at that, I actually got the guys behind it. What? That's kind of wild. So yeah, that's really nice. Now, for the kiting part, you can still do the same thing, and still like kind of like run around in circles and try to get them. I haven't found, unless you do a red portal, I haven't found like a downside on dying in a dungeon. So if you do a red portal, which kind of initially gives you higher loot, higher chances to get better loot, I actually got myself a mythic ring out of a red portal, so I was quite proud of that as well. I think it drops from 130 1 in 130 down to 1 in 100, which is still not that bad. Like, it's still pretty bad, but at least it gives you like a few percentages out there that's a little bit doing it a little bit better. But yeah, light is really good. It recharges fast, and you can really do a lot of nice damage here. Let's actually quickly switch to what is this? Crimson. I meant Crimson. I didn't mean darkness. Sorry. So the problem I have with Crimson, especially because you're gonna be chilling around that F move for hours until you actually get that mastery up. Now look at the range. Like, I can't go like somewhere else. This is like a close combat one. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem that I'm seeing? So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. The game definitely favors range as of now, and I think it's quite funny because it is the same thing in Elemental Dungeons. It's the same people making it, right? I think there are some other developers in it as well that haven't worked on that, but other than that, I still don't know how to dodge this one, like this crazy circular one. Wait, let's actually find out. Is it a jump? I think it's a jump. So, yeah, makes sense, as you can see there. But, yeah, that's the problem. It heavenly, like, it favors it to be ranged in this game, at least as of now. Maybe that will change later on, and maybe, you know, Crimson is gonna become extremely overpowered and stuff like that. And I've also noticed that the amount of chests you get is how fast you can finish the round, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. What did we get there? Okay, nothing. But yeah, the drop chances are very, very low, so you will have to run these dungeons over and over again until it becomes repetitive, and that's where the true grind actually happens then. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more videos. Like, I want to make Solo Hunters my daily content, so prepare for that. If you enjoy that game, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I think for a starter, if you can get light, the legendary is good, but you can also go with shiny lightning. Anything that's ranged will definitely help you and help your cause in, you know, becoming stronger. When it comes to the statting, I did put a little bit of defense so I don't get one-shotted, and I also put everything in magic power that makes the most sense. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and just be part of this journey, man. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, bye.